for this course. Okay, so these are the instructions for the final coding assignment for this course. We will have the first half of a game from a tactical view, and the goal is to sit in the seat of an analyst, and whether it's live coding and testing yourself through the time for that, or whether it's doing it a little bit slower, that will depend on your preference, but this will be the overall objective from a course. And the first one is attack and organization. So you'll have to code and tag the times whenever the team is building from the back. And how we define that is organized possession that starts in zone 1, probably with the goalkeeper, but might just start with the centre backs. Could be a fullback throw into a centre back pass into centre back in their own defensive third. Minimum of one opponent in the zone, so there's a form of pressure rather than it's not just a case of them bringing the ball up into zone 2. There is some form of pressure. Minimum of 3 passes, so it's not goalkeeper kicking long initially. There is a build of some sort going on, so that's how we're defining it. Start the time 3 to 4 seconds before the first pass, and then finish the tag when possession is lost. Not the immediate second after it's lost, give it about 3-4 seconds. And that's where your time window is starting. So you'll start the tag on the clock, on the video, when 3-4 seconds before the first pass, and then finish the tag when possession is lost. And then put both numbers together, and we'll show that at the end what it looks like. But this would be the objective in zone 1. Zone 2 then is a build higher up the pitch. Again, organized possession. So it's not necessarily as soon as the ball goes in there. It's more a case if you're looking for a certain situation, certain scenario. Organized possession starting around the halfway line. So the picture there is almost a textbook picture of what that would be, but that picture could be 10-15 yards further up the pitch. If the opponent are sitting a little bit deeper, that's still zone 2. Organized possession starting at the halfway line, above or beyond 5-10 yards. The centre backs again are involved, or the defensive midfielder, the holder at that stage. The opponent are clearly organized in a block. Again, minimum of 3 passes that you're quantifying for this to be the type of moment, because again, you want it to play out a little bit. You don't just want the centre back to get on the ball and go big. We want some passes to see the movement, and you also want to see the behaviours. Again, start the tag 3 to 4 seconds before the pass manually, and then finish the tag after possession is lost 3-4 seconds. So those attacking zone 1 and attacking zone 2 are both time lag of 3 to 4 seconds before and 3 to 4 seconds after. Where zone 3 is different is we're going to look at zone 3 as a time stamp, which is just one number, and that number is going to be the time when the attacking team, which for us is the white team, enters the penalty box. So a cross or a pass into the penalty box, you want to time stamp that, and we'll keep track of that there. Or a shot on goal from outside the box, that is also zone 3. So it's one time, it's not the lag, it does not apply to this one. Set pieces are not included, so don't worry about attacking corners, attacking free kicks, long throws. And if there is a goal scored or there's a good chance created, then highlight that there, and we'll take a look at what you define as a goal scored opportunity and see if it matches ours as well. So this is a timestamp. As soon as the ball goes into the box, you look at the time and see what it is, and then record that. The next one is attacking transition. This is in zone 3, where the entry into zone 3 in the transition moment. Again, it's a timestamp, so as soon as they enter the final third in the transition, have a record of it. You're looking at usually 5 seconds before the ball's won. It ends 5 seconds afterwards, but for this one, we're just looking for a timestamp. So don't worry about the full time. If you want to put the full time in there, feel free. But for this assignment, we would typically do 10 seconds, but for this one, we'll just take one number. So it's whenever a team has the ball facing the opponent's back 4 or back 3 or whatever the defenders are left in the transition moment with control of the ball. Defensive transition is the exact same thing on the other end. So timestamp every time the opposition, which is the blue team, get into the final third in the moment of transition. Again, we're looking for that number on the clock. Then when they have control of the ball facing the opponent's back 4 in the final third. And again, you're just looking for that one number for that. That's a timestamp. On the defensive side for the white team, the zone 1 is the pressing action. So it's just really the opposite, really. Opponent has organized possession starting in zone 1. It could be the goalkeeper. It could be either centre back. Usually involves one of them, a minimum of one opponent. So we want to make sure it's a pressing moment from the white team. There's at least one white player that's aggressively looking to apply pressure. Minimum of 3 passes. Start the tag 3 to 4 seconds before. Finish the tag 3 to 4 seconds afterwards. And then the next one is mid-block defending. So this is where the white team is organized in a block. The opponents are in organized possession. So in the picture shown is perfect. Organized possession. Centre backs are typically involved, and full-backs are also in position. Minimum of 3 passes. The white team is clearly in a block. So it's not a transitional moment where all the players are out of position. You can see here, white team are pretty good in their setup. Start the tag 3 to 4 seconds before. Finish the tag 3 to 4 seconds after possession is lost. And then the next one is zone 3, penalty box defending. Again, timestamp when the opponent enters into the white team penalty area or shot on goal, cross or an attacking pass. Don't worry about set pieces. And if it's a goal scoring opportunity, highlight that as well. So an entry into the penalty box for zone 3 is penalty box defending. And then this is what it will look like on the Excel spreadsheet that you've got. 3 attacking organizations. Attacking organization zone 1, attacking organization zone 2, attacking organization zone 3. Zone 1 and zone 2 will be a recording of the times, and zone 3 will be a time stamp. And then as you go into the others, you can see here how it's organized. You've got the attacking transition, you've got the defensive transition. Those are timestamps as well, so just one number. And then as you move through the defensive aspect with the pressing in zone 1, looking for the full times, block defending zone 2, full times, and then timestamp for zone 3, box defending. You will submit that there. We've got your answers from the first quiz, and we will look at them both and assess your work. Thank you.